welcome to another episode of The Final Nail. I'm Mina Green, your guide in all things death and burial.
I haven't really given it a cremation or anything like that a lot of thought.
In today's episode, I'll be talking about the new cremation alternative, Aquamation.
I haven't heard of that before.
So what is Aquamation? It's a type of cremation using water and an alkaline solution. It works the same way as a fire cremation. You place the body in a pressurized metal cylinder and heat it up to around 150 degrees Celsius. This will take about 4 to 6 hours. The process dissolves the body tissue, leaving a liquid combination of amino acids, peptides, and salts, which is disposed down the drain at the facility. After all this, the body's bones are ground to a fine powder. Those would be the ashes that will later be returned to the family, just like after a traditional cremation.
I suppose it doesn't really matter whether it's fire or water at the end of the day.
So why pick this option over a fire cremation? There are several reasons why people would choose Aquamation, such as it being cheaper than burial because there is no need to buy a plot or a headstone. Aquamation is also a gentler process than fire cremation and closer resembles the natural decomposition process that happens during a burial. There are also many environmental benefits, such as no fossil fuel being burnt during the process. It also uses 90% less energy than a traditional burial and releases no mercury.
Well, that's probably a good idea then.
Sounds ideal.
And it's going to help the environment, of course, yeah.
The Nobel Prize winner, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, used
South Africa, yeah.
Yeah. So he used that one.
Right, of course.
Very good.
Well, that's good. That's good publicity then.
That's a good man. If it's good enough for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds great to me. Sounds great to me. Anything that we could do to help in any small way.
If Aquamation is so great, why has it taken so long to legalize? And if Archbishop Desmond Tutu used this option and showed us all how safe it is to use, then why did the general public become so scared of this option? Apart from it just being a new method to deal with the dead, a topic that makes most people uncomfortable, it can be tracked down to one man in America. Indiana General Assembly Representative Richard Ham. He was against Aquamation. While a few states in America had already legalized this method, Ham was going to make sure it wouldn't be allowed in his. He held a speech against it, warning the public, saying that the method was inhumane and that the bodies would be cremated in acid and the body would be poured into the water supplies, which just isn't true. Like I mentioned before, this method uses water and alkaline. The pH value in acid is all wrong for this process, and it just wouldn't work. As for the body being disposed into the water supply, well, I mentioned that too. All the salts, amino acid, and peptides will be disposed down the drain at the facility, but that's no different from the blood and other fluids that get disposed down the drain for an embalming for a burial. It turns out that Ham wasn't just worried about this new cremation alternative due to not being comfortable thinking about mortality, but because he had something to lose. Richard Ham owns 2 casket companies and was the president of the Casket and Funeral Supply Association of America. So with Aquamation being legalized, less caskets were being purchased. He'd lose a lot of money. He needed to stop Aquamation, and it worked. People got scared and questioned Aquamation based on these lies, and of course the media helped spread the lies and fears worldwide. But we've seen all this happen before in the past when another alternative came to the funeral industry. This method is our now traditional and well-used fire cremation. Now that we've gone over Aquamation, let's talk about traditional fire cremations. The process is similar because you place the body in a retort and heat the body. The fire cremation is hotter with temperatures ranging between 1000 to 2000 degrees Celsius. The cremation takes 1 to 3 hours with an extra 1 to 2 hours cooling period. Once cooled down, the bones are ground to ashes. So Aquamation and cremation aren't that different, but they're not really that similar either. But soon, the eco-friendly Aquamation will be available in the UK. So, is this something that you would choose for your future corpse?
That's awesome. I'd be totally for that. That's how I'll go now.